when I share the many tips and tricks with you to help you get to your dream job abroad as fast as possible. I sometimes also mention that it is important to research one or the other relevant aspect. And of course, that is very important because you want to make informed decisions and you do not want to base your decisions only on assumptions or your gut feeling. So in having the right information is important. And in that context, I recently noticed that there are quite a few people who actually struggle with doing this kind of research, and looking at how they approach it, I noticed they struggle because they conduct their research in a very aimless way. So they have no focus and they try to get a lot of information in order to understand the situation in general, and then they get lost in it and they are more confused than before. And of course, that is not very helpful and very frustrating. And therefore, I thought maybe it's a good idea if I help you understand what's really necessary here, what you can avoid, and thus help you conduct this kind of research in a way that you actually get the answers you are looking for. Hello and welcome to my podcast. I'm Michael Kaiser. I work as an international career coach and I help managers and specialists get the job they want with a new employer abroad. So, in order to help you understand the difference, I have prepared 3 typical examples that will show how you can avoid the typical problems and what you should do instead. Once I have told you about these 3 examples, I will then move on and summarize the right approach in a few key elements that you can then keep in mind in order to always conduct your research, whatever it is, in an efficient manner and successfully. So my first example concerns the visa issue. For some countries, obviously, you may need a work visa, and in this case, it is not a good idea to start researching all the immigration laws, all the different types of visas that are there for different situations and so on. In such a situation, it is much better to just concentrate on what's relevant for your situation, which means if you are a department head in product development in the tech industry and you want to work in that kind of area in the new country as well, then you would just check if there are enough other people who have who work in that kind of position and who've gone this way before. And if you notice that there are enough of them and they apparently didn't have a problem to get an employer-sponsored visa, then this would be good enough as information at this stage, at least, because you know if so many other people have done it before, it probably will not be a problem in your case either. So you can just focus on the particular situation that is relevant for you, and you don't have to understand anything else because you won't need it. A second typical example concerns the salaries. Of course, you want to get a good salary. If you move to a country where the average salaries are much lower than in the country you're coming from, for example, then of course you want to make sure that you get paid what you want. But in order to do that, you do not need to understand the whole situation of the country, because if there is a chance to get an international salary for someone like you, because you have the right experience profile that is needed for that, then you may find out that you will belong to a very, very small minority. So most people make much less. But as you do qualify for that, for becoming a member of this minority in that country, then this is all that matters to you. So the whole situation may be entirely different, but you'll be fine because you can get the salary you want. So again, you want to research only the things that are relevant for your background and your anticipated type of position, and anything else would be useless because it doesn't relate to your situation. And the third example concerns the housing aspect. Of course, you have to live somewhere. Again, it's not a good idea to start understanding or trying to understand the local real estate market, because you will likely live in one of the three areas in the particular place that are attractive, that are safe, where there are a lot of other expats already, and so on. So in this case, you can just concentrate on finding out what's going on there, what the typical rents are there, and anything else doesn't apply to you and therefore doesn't have to be researched. So again, concentrate on what's relevant, and then you will not have to research that much, because it is a very, very specific answer you are looking for. So what does it mean in general? As you can see in the three examples I've mentioned, it is very important to first become aware of all the aspects that are very important for you in your very particular situation, for your family maybe, because these are the things you really have to research. But this list is not endless, so see that you get together all the things that really matter, and that will form the basis for everything else. Now, with this list, you can then start defining the specific questions you need and a specific answer for. So if you know what's important, you will also be able to define what kind of information you need in order to make progress. And with this good question, you will also be able to evaluate if you have received a suitable, sufficient answer or not. So this gives you the right focus for your research, which then saves you a lot of time, because you can concentrate on what's important. And the third aspect concerns where or how to research it. Some things can be researched through a normal Google search, of course, but very often using networking strategies is the better option, because in this case you may get all the information you need from a single or only a few sources, from people who are there where you want to go and have gone there already, so they have all the information that you are interested in. And in this case, if you find someone suitable, you may get all the answers in a few minutes, because you get them from someone who has gone the necessary way before and has all the experience and all the details. So in this case, networking is the much better option. Whatever it is, whatever the right way is, depends on the aspect. If you know the aspect, then you should also find it easy to define where to get the right information from. So These are the 3 things you should keep in mind. If you do that, you will conduct your research efficiently and you should get to the right answers very quickly. Okay, if you need help with that, I'll be very happy to support you, because this is what I, as an international career coach, do all the time. If this is of interest to you, please go to my website. There is a button on the homepage already that you can click on, and that lets you arrange a free orientation call with me, where we will then analyze what needs to be done in your specific situation, what needs to be researched in more detail, and of course how I can help you with all of that best. Just go to the website, click on the button, and trust me that I know how to approach the whole project in the best way. If you are not a member of our LinkedIn groups that I have created, then please join, because they are there to help you connect with others, with other managers and specialists on the way to their dream job in another country. And this is exactly one of the places you may find the answers that you need for your own journey. This is the reason I created these groups. One is in German, the other one is in English. And yes, join if you are not a member yet, because again, this may be a very helpful research for this wonderful journey to your dream job abroad. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel, leave me a like, because that helps making the channel known to others as well. Don't forget to activate the bell in order to be informed when I publish my new another video. And let me know in the comment section what kind of topics you are interested in for the future, because then I can base my selection on exactly that. That's it for today. As always, I would like to wish you the very best for your job search abroad and for conducting a successful and efficient research on whatever you need to find out on the journey. And I'll be back here with another video very soon.